Hello everyone, in this piano tutorial I'm going to teach you how to play Champagne Problems, a new song by Taylor Swift off of her new album Evermore. This is a very easy song to learn on the piano. There's just one main chord progression that gets played through the entire song. It changes a little bit throughout the song, but yeah, let me just show you that main chord progression now. It's going to sound like this. Alright, so that's the basic structure of what we're going to be going over in today's piano tutorial. By the way, if we haven't met before, my name is Josh and I am here on YouTube to help you learn how to play the piano. So if you're getting some value out of this video, it would really help me if you gave it a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Alright, on to the tutorial now. Let's start out with that main chord progression. Our first chord here is going to be a C major chord over a G. So here's our C, E, G, that's our C major chord, but then we're going to have a G in the left hand. So that's our C major chord over G. For our next chord, we're just going to take these two white keys and move them down to here. So now we're playing a G in the left hand, B, D, and G here in the right hand. This is our G major chord. Next, we're going to move down here to an E in the left hand, an A, C, and E in the right hand. This is an A major chord, or A minor chord, excuse me, over an E. And lastly, we're going to move up these two E's to F's. So we go from our A minor to this chord here, which is F. F in the left hand, A, C, and F in the right hand. Alright, those chords one more time are going to look like this. C major over G, G major, A minor over E, and F major. So those are the basic chords that get played throughout the entire song, and I'll show you they do change a little bit as the song goes on, but pretty much just those chords. Now let's talk about the rhythm that gets played. It's going to be pretty easy as well. Basically, we're going to be playing each chord for 4 beats. So what that's going to look like is every time we play a chord, we're going to count to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You get the idea. That's how long each chord is getting played for. So the way that we're going to play it now is every time we count 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to play this note here in our left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. So those notes are on the beat. Then on the off beat, which just means in between beats, that's when we're going to play the right hand chord. So together it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So as you can see, that pattern is just getting played for all 4 chords. So let me play through all 4 of those chords now together. And then it just repeats. Alright, now you have the main chord progression down. If you wanted to, you could just play that part for the entire song and it would sound good throughout the whole thing. But now I'm going to show you some of the other things that get changed throughout the song if you want to match the original as close as possible. So let's get started with the intro. The intro is going to sound exactly like I just taught you with one exception, and that's this G chord. We're actually also going to be hearing this F here, which makes it a G7 chord. So we'll start off with our C chord, just like before. But now we go to this chord. That's a G7, and then we just continue like before. So that just gets played at the very intro of the song, basically the first 2 times that we loop through that chord progression. The second thing that I want to point out here is that sometimes instead of playing this full chord here in the right hand, we're only going to be playing a single note, or maybe a couple notes. And this usually happens like at the start of the chorus, or maybe in the piano breaks that occur like in between the parts where Taylor Swift is singing. So instead of hearing this, you might just hear this instead. So just one note in the right hand, and then that might build to like 2 notes. Something like that. But if you want to know where that occurs in the song, you're going to have to listen to the original because it's too hard for me to go through the entire song and tell you where that occurs and where it doesn't. But one thing I like to think of is kind of whenever it's quieter, kind of lower energy, that's when we're just going to be playing a single note here in the right hand. And then kind of as the chorus is building and stuff, we bring in more notes. And then like by the end of the chorus, we're playing the full chords or something. I don't know, something like that. All right, so the last thing that I want to show you that changes in this chord progression is that partway through the first chorus, we actually change our bass note. So instead of playing this chord, which is an A minor over E with our E in the bass, we're now just going to be playing a simple A minor chord with an A as our lowest note. So that's going to be an A in the left hand, C, E, and A here in the right hand. So instead of our original chord progression, it's going to sound more like this. Here's our C chord, our G chord, but then we go to our A minor chord, and then for our F chord, you can play that up here as well. F, or C, F, and A here in the right hand, instead of down here like before. And so what happens in the song is we start out with that first chord progression where we go down to the A minor over E, but then in that first chorus, when it switches to going up now in the bass to this A minor, and then down to the F, after it switches to that, it never goes back, and we just keep that same chord progression for the entire song, which is just C over G, G, A minor, and F. Alright, that pretty much wraps up everything I wanted to go over for this piano tutorial. Like I said, you don't have to add in all those extra things I showed you at the end. If you want to just stick to that main chord progression that I showed you at the beginning of this video and just play that through the entire song, that will still sound good. As always, be sure to leave any questions you have for me down in the comments. If there was anything that I didn't explain clearly or that you just didn't understand, I would love to answer those for you. Hello everybody, it's good to see you all again. Thank you so much for watching this video. It really helps me and my channel grow. If you got any value out of this video today, I'd really appreciate it if you gave this video a like. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below. Also, let me know down in the comments if there's other songs off of this album or any other songs that you want to hear in the future. Alright, that's all I've got for you today. See you later and have an awesome day.